Hey everyone, it's John here, and in this video we're going to take a look at 5 super useful formula examples in Excel. Let's get into it. The first formula we're going to look at is going to switch first and last names. So here we've got a list of first name with a space followed by the last name. And what we want to do is switch this into a last name with a comma followed by the first name. So in order to do that, first we're going to split the name based on the space character. So we're going to use the text split function to do that. Now the text split function takes the text and then the character that you want to split based on. So for us, that's going to be a space character. And when we press enter, now we've got the first name and the last name in separate cells. Next, we're going to rearrange these. And in order to do that, we're going to use the sort by function. So this is going to allow us to sort our first and last names in reverse order. And to do that, we're going to sort based on a constant array. And the array that we're going to sort based on is just the array 2, 1. And when we sort based on this array, it's going to sort in increasing order. And that's going to result in our names being reversed. So when we press enter, here you can see that we've got the last name now, followed by the first name. And now all we need to do is join these up. And to do that, we're going to use the text join function. So the text join function takes a delimiter first. So that's going to be a comma and a space for us, since that's what we want to separate our last and first names by. And then there's an argument here to ignore empty cells. For us, that doesn't matter. So we're just going to select true. And the last argument is the things that we want to join. So that's going to be our last and first name. And when we press enter, now we've got our last name with a comma and space followed by our first name. And now we can copy and paste this down and get that for all of our names. The next formula that we're going to take a look at is for adding leading zeros to numbers. So here we've got a customer ID, and what we want is for them to all be 6 digits long. So we're going to pad them with zeros at the start, and we can do that with the text function. So the text function allows us to format numbers as text and apply formatting to them. So here we're going to format our ID, and we're going to apply this custom format string. So this format string is going to tell the text function to pad our numbers with zeros so that we have a total of 6 digits in the result. And when we press enter, that's exactly what we get. And we can copy and paste that down. And now all of our IDs have a total of 6 digits. We can do the same thing with another function. So we can use the base function to do the same thing. Now, normally the base function allows us to convert one type of number into another. So we can, for example, convert decimal numbers into hexadecimal numbers. In this case, we're going to convert our decimal numbers back into decimal numbers, so base 10. And then the base function has an optional argument which allows us to specify a minimum length for our result. So here we're going to have a minimum length of 6 digits. And the result is going to be our decimal number padded with zeros at the start so that it's a minimum of 6 digits. And then we can copy and paste that down and we get our 6-digit ID. The next formula we're going to take a look at is for getting unique values from a list. So here we've got a list of categories. And you can see we've got repeated items in our data. And what we want to do is get a list of all the unique values. So we only want to show each of those categories once. Now this used to be really difficult, but Excel finally released a unique function specifically for this. So let's take a look. So all we need to do is pass the values that we want to generate a unique list from. And when we press enter, we get those unique items. Now we can also use the unique function to get unique combinations of items. So if I press F2 and edit this and expand the range so that it includes the category and subcategory then what the unique function is going to return is the list of unique combinations of category and subcategory. The next formula we're going to take a look at is for conditionally joining items. So here we've got a list of email addresses, and what we want to do is join these all into a single cell so that we can copy and paste it into the to field for our email, and then send all these people an email. But we only want to send them an email based on this value here. So if we have a yes, then we're going to include them in our list. And if we have a no, then we don't want to include them in the list. So first up, we're going to filter our email addresses. So we're going to filter all of our email addresses based on the condition that this is a yes. So if this is equal to yes, then it's going to be included in our list. And now we've got a list of all the email addresses that we want to send to. All we need to do is join these together now. And to do that, we're going to use the text join function. And here we want to separate each email with a comma and space. Here we're going to ignore empty cells. And the text that we want to join together is our list of email addresses from our filter function. And when we press enter, we've got a list of our email addresses, and then we can copy and paste that into our email. And the last formula that we're going to take a look at is getting the top 3 items from a data set. So in order to do this, first what we're going to do is sort our data. And to do that, we're going to use the sort function. So the sort function, we can give it our entire data set. And then the next argument is the sort index. And for us, we want to sort based on the revenue, and that's the 7th column. And then the next argument allows us to sort this in either ascending or descending order. Now we want descending order, and that way our top items are going to be at the top of our data set. So now all we need to do is just take the top 3 rows, and we can do that with the take function. So the take function just allows us to take a certain number of rows from the top. And so in this case, we want to take the top 3. And when we press enter, now we've got the top 3 items based on our revenue. Now here we're taking 3, but we could take any number as our top n items. So for example, we could take 5, and that's going to return the top 5 items by revenue now. Or we could do the top 10. And now we've got the top 10 items based on revenue. So there you go, 5 super useful formulas in Excel. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel for future Excel videos like this one. That's it for this video. We'll see you in the next one.